The sound test room.
Hello and welcome to the Sound Test Room. My name is Jakob. I'm your host and you're watching a FigureAdiction episode. Matt Clark, an excellent figure musician from the Figure Addicted group on Facebook, asked a question: what's the best way of building up a full track using Figure? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a way of building up a full track using a live performance. The easiest way to do this is to actually load up AudioShare. You press the little microphone button right here, then press the plus sign beside the microphone button there, and you choose Figure. Now this is called IAA mode, in-app audio mode. I'm loading up Figure, and so with Figure loaded, I can now start recording here and go into Figure and start playing around with the app. It's a really simple and fun way of doing full-length songs. The only thing with this setup is you're limited to 3 parts in Figure: drums, bass, and lead. 3 sound sources. Now let's say you want to have more. Of course you can use Audio Bus and then you can add more apps to it. But let's say you just want to use Figure sounds. Then I would recommend Loopy. This way you can actually build up a loop bank and use more sounds from Figure. Loopy and Figure is a perfect combination. This is Loopy HD, made by the same people who made Audio Bus. So the app is very good and I'm using it on my iPad. Now you can also use it on your iPhone. So for those of you that only uses iPhone, this combination is perfect for you too. Okay, so here we have a Figure song in 139 BPMs. Before I start anything, I'm gonna go into Loopy and I'm gonna make sure that the BPMs is set to 139. The next thing I'm gonna do is start exporting the sounds. And I'm gonna use Audio Copy to manage my sounds. To export sounds in Figure, you have to go into the browser and use this blue button here, Audio Copy. That's what we're gonna use. But before we do that, I just wanna make sure that I only have the bass pattern on and the other one's muted. Go back to System, Browse, into the Export menu, Audio Copy. Now it's gonna export the sound, and I'm gonna be prompted to write a name, Fishman. Now you can use this menu provided by Audio Copy to actually send your files, but I usually do that, press done, and I go to the Audio Copy app that has opened up. Now in this menu you can see that I have a Figure option, and here we have the Fishman bass pattern that I just exported. Choose that one. You can play it, listen to it, you can delete it, send it to GarageBand. I don't have it installed right now, I think. Share it on SoundCloud, edit it, or open with. And this is the menu that is interesting for us. Open with, and then I'm gonna search through my very long list of apps to find Loopy HD, and it's there at the end. It's gonna send it instantly right there, and there we have our bass sound. You keep on doing this. Mute the bass, unmute the drums, go into the browser and press the export button, Audio Copy, just like that. And then I'm gonna call it drums, like that. Done. I'm gonna go to Audio Copy, into Figure, drums. Wait, the wave doesn't change. Wait, why doesn't it change? It looks like the same sound. And that's because it is. There's something you need to remember with Figure. Let's go back to Figure. Now I've clearly muted the bass sound and still we're exporting the bass. Why is that? Well, that's because of the way that the Figure browser works. As soon as we go in here, since we haven't saved anything, then it's going to use the previous saved file, and if we open that file we can see that the other sounds are muted and the bass is on. But how do we do this then? The thing is, you have to save the loop before you do anything. So mute the bass track, unmute the drum track, and then make sure that you just do this. As soon as you do this, Figure thinks that you've made changes, even though you might not have done any real changes. And when we go back to System, you're gonna see that the blue save logo is here. Press save, And now we're gonna be able to export the drums, because when we go into the browser, as soon as you go in there, it will load up the most recent save you've done of that track you're working on. And if we open this track now, we can see that the drums are on. So, in again, audio copy just like that. Figure sounds, drums 2. And now we can see these are clearly the drums. Open with, choose Loopy HD, just like that. And there you go. So you're basically gonna use up 3 loop spaces when you're done exporting the sounds from your track. The bass, the drums, and the lead. Then you can start experimenting. Go back into Figure, change the lead, maybe make a new version of it, and then you can toggle those 2 loops, you know, one after another, so that you can build longer tracks that way. When you filled it up, and let's say you're using all of the 12 loopers already, then there is a nice function in Loopy that actually lets you bounce loops. So this way we now have the drums and the bass in the same looper. So we free up one more space. Pretty good. There are more functions in here, but I'm gonna let you explore Loopy for yourself. Now, to delete a track, simply swipe like that and press clear. Let's say you've filled up everything, you've got the sounds you want in here, and now you want to make a full-length song, and that's when you're gonna have to start playing it and get creative. That's when I recommend you to actually use Loopy inside Audio Share in IAA mode and record your entire performance there. Open up Audio Share, press the mic button, choose Loopy, main output, press record, and start playing around with your loops. Record a performance and you've made a song. Now in the next episode, I'm gonna show you how you can use a DAW like Cubasis to build up a full-length track using only Figure sounds. Join up on the Figure Addicted group on Facebook, discuss Figure, post your track. There's always something new. The latest one by Mike Romchak is really good. He always does good stuff. But the featured Figure artist for this episode is We Smile and Cry Free by Vasil Pleska 1992-17. Vasil has made a really great track here, and I thought this track would be perfect to end this episode with. As usual, Doug Woods, Colin Sweeney, and me, Jakob, at thesoundtestroom.com, wishes you a very productive week.